What's up, guys? Conan Inch here from the Working Men's Podcast, and I'm back here today with a good client of mine over this past couple of years. And as you see him on the screen here with the forklift, which is pretty cool. I really enjoyed doing this with him. But Ronan O'Hara from Titanfix, and Ronan has an online client with Working Men's Fitness now a couple of years, and has absolutely smashed his program. And we're just going to really go through how Ronan got started, his journey, and he's going to tell us a wee bit about himself as well.
No bother. So Ronan O'Hara, dry liner from Ford Lane, Dungiven. Just like nearly everybody else is from this area, is
A dry liner.
something to do with dry linen.
Yeah.
And so I was doing that for a lot of years, and then had a wee bit of bother with my knee, had to go through an operation on it, and whenever I was lying off trying to recover from that, I had to figure out how am I going to
Survive.
sort out the family and, you know, provide
Yeah.
without going back on the site, because
What happened to the knee? What caused the knee?
I don't know. I was Ryan was very young.
Yeah.
The time the knee went
Was giving baller.
no, when the bit of bone, there was a bit of bone broke out from one side of the joint. So the day that happened, Ryan was like up at night one night, and he
Yeah.
was scared, and I jumped onto his bunk bed,
Uh-huh.
and I ended up falling asleep on beside him, and then I was coming down out of the bunk bed, and my knee just went.
Yeah.
So it did, and had to go to the doctor and get MRIs and things done on it to see what actually happened, and
Yeah.
it's like they described it as microfractures,
Yeah.
and a wee piece of bone broke away and pulled cartilage and all out along with it.
And did you have an injury pre that, or was this just the first
it was
time?
weird. It was weird. It was nearly as if my knee was deteriorating over years, and I
Yeah.
didn't really know about it. I could always hear like cracking and stuff going on in there.
You think it happened through obviously work and different things?
I blame it on walking in stilts.
Yeah.
There's a lot of boys walking in stilts for years. It maybe didn't affect them
Yeah.
at all, but for me,
Your knees were maybe different than everybody else.
because I've been doing it from no age,
Yeah.
like my teens,
Yeah.
walking in stilts and dry lining ceilings and stuff, and all through my 20s, every day, like
Yeah.
I was always the boy in the stilts,
Aye.
morning to night, 12-hour shifts,
Yeah.
you know, every single day, and I think
It
as
came
my,
to this day.
I just that morning,
Yeah.
whenever I woke up in the morning, got down from that bunk bed,
Yeah.
it just broke,
Yeah.
you know, and
Because I mean, back whenever you were a gym member, you talking to me, we had a few conversations,
yeah.
and you were always saying, "What are you thinking to rehab the knee?"
Mm-hmm.
And I wasn't sure because I wasn't sure the full scale of what was going on with the knee and all the rest of it.
Yeah.
But I remember meeting you in and out of the gym a few times, and you were always weary of the knee. You never trained a lot of legs because of
No.
the knee. Never
No.
trained legs.
Never really. No, I was
Yeah.
always afraid of
Yeah.
what it might do to it. Like,
So that would have held you back massively
mm-hmm.
to get the results you wanted,
Mm-hmm.
especially cardio, all these other things.
Yeah.
Would have held you back
Mm-hmm.
because you had an excuse.
Yeah.
Would that make sense?
Oh, aye.
100%.
Uh-huh.
And then he maybe would have went at the gym for a while, and he would have give you baller, and then step back to
Mhm.
rest it, and then went at it again and step back. Would that sort of be the cycle you were on?
I was always going to the gym, getting a few results, feeling a wee bit good about myself,
Yeah.
and then thinking, I'll go and eat a pile of
Rubbish.
and I'm feeling good, and then
You've got
you
the results.
neglect the gym,
Yeah.
and then you find maybe 2 months have passed and you've never been to the gym again.
Yeah.
And then you're wondering, when am I going to start up back at the gym? So you have to start all over again. So you go through them cycles. That's what I was doing anyway. I was going through those cycles, and it never ended,
Yeah.
you know.
And obviously, I know you years, like Ronan lives like a few minutes away from where I live, and obviously everyone around here knows each other.
Yeah.
But that's how I would have seen you in the gym, and I would have brought up a conversation. How you getting on?
Yeah.
And yeah, then the operation. Talk about, you were going for an operation. You were on a list. You were trying to get things sorted out. Because I had this conversation with you a few times.
I had to get it operated on. Obviously, the wee bit of bone was floating about inside my leg, so every so often it would go into the joint, and it would cramp up, and
give you pain.
You couldn't move it. Your whole leg would lock, and then you'd have to try and get it out again. Like, I had a bit of bone, and it was doing whatever it wanted to do.
It was like a Titanic, whenever they built that, it's just floating in the water and had an iceberg.
That's it. Aye.
So it was just floating around your knee.
Aye, so that had to get out.
Did you get it out?
Evicted. I had to go get an operation, and it was pulled out. And it was when I was going through the operation, I had maybe 3 months off.
Yeah.
And I had an idea of starting my own business, before that. And then whenever I was lying off, trying to
take action,
come back again, I had to figure out, how am I going to get back to work without going through the same type of work that I've been doing, because my leg isn't going to last if I keep working on stilts and stuff. And that's when Titanfix started. So I just researched. And
your knee, I'd say, wasn't a problem. It was something that made you push yourself out there.
Aye, definitely.
To set up your own business.
Probably never would have happened if it wasn't for that.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you have to be thankful for that.
Oh, you bet.
Yeah. That was it was like one of them things, I don't know, supposed to be type.
Was a big struggle for years. Like,
yeah,
definitely.
Going to work every day, what was it feeling like? Whenever you're not paying and you knew.
You're just always in the back of your mind. You're thinking, am I wrecking my knees? Like,
aye.
You know what I mean?
And you would have been very aware of it.
Oh, I had to watch what I was doing.
Knee sleeves? Did you wear knee sleeves?
I had knee pads. Always wore knee pads and stuff after it and things like that there. But I got through it.
Yeah.
But
it was a big deal.
It was a big deal, definitely. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And what held you back? Mm-hmm. At work, at home?
It didn't hold me back at work. Like, I can fight through the pain of things, but it was a big worry. It was a mental struggle.
Yeah.
More than anything.
Because you were doing what you were going to do anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Pain or no pain.
Aye.
Yeah.
That's right. Yep.
What had held you back in your personal life?
What do you mean?
Like socially, training, feeling good about,
I would hold me back in training, but not socially or anything. Got there, we going out and meeting people and stuff. Like, I could walk.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Rehabbed it and done everything right, like.
Yeah.
But I just couldn't get the strength back.
Yeah, and it's something that you were very aware of whenever you started with me. You were like, I don't know about training legs and training this and
aye.
You know what I mean?
Aye, definitely.
And it was a big confidence thing. You know what I mean? You had no confidence with your knee.
No.
Zero.
No. It was just fear.
Fear.
It was all fear.
Fear of hurting it more. 100%, and rightly so. Mm-hmm. And that's where we're at with the knee.
Aye.
And how whenever you went through the surgery, got the surgery, Titanfix, you were in your head, you were like, right, how am I going to survive, pay the bills, run my own business, and not go back and getting these stilts the next thing?
Well, I had to go back to work.
Yeah.
There was a good period where I was still working, and Titanfix was kind of getting developed in the background. And like at tea time and stuff, I'd have been away ringing and emailing different people, and every extra hour I got, it was spent building that. But I still had to work.
Yes,
if you know what I mean.
That was your sideline. That you wanted to turn on to your full-time job.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what it is now. And it's more than that, because you've employees and so on and so forth. And so at that time, how long did that stage take till you got the confidence to say, right, I need to stop this and move to this full-time, because this will be my life moving forward?
Aye. Took a good year.
Yeah.
Or more. Yeah. I can't really
put a time frame on it.
No, I'm not too sure how long that took, but it took a brave while.
Yeah.
It took well over a year, like.
And A year's not a long time to what you have now. How long's Titanfix going now?
The end of 2015.
Yeah.
So 6 years.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No.
First sale was in 2016. The start
Yeah.
of 2016, and I was
Developing
establishing it before that.
And like that's the thing. The first 3 to 5 years is the hardest.
Mm-hmm.
You know. And how was that? How was that transition from dry lining to becoming a salesman? Was that what you would call yourself?
Oh, aye.
Salesman.
Salesman, but specialising in dry lining materials and building products.
Yes.
You know, I got a lot of help from my family.
Yeah.
You know, the family I come from is a big dry lining family, so I was able to
sell stuff.
Move from the building site and then move on to the office and then do a bit of office work, do a bit of my own work. No.
Yes. Oh,
sort of transition like that into
transition slowly.
Aye.
Yeah.
And then next thing,
like do 2 days for your family, 1 day for yourself or whatever it was, and then it was no like schedule, but it worked out for you and them.
Aye, and it was them that helped.
Yeah, build it.
Like I couldn't have done it as quick
without them.
Yeah, definitely not.
100%.
I don't think so.
So you had the support there, support network there, and you knew you had to do it for you.
Oh, aye.
To get off the tools.
Oh, aye. They supported me definitely, but you have to put on the work. Like,
100%.
You have to.
Yeah. And how did that feel for you, knowing, whenever you made the first sale and you were like, fuck, this is going to be a goer?
I just had wee goals.
Yeah.
And before I turned 30, I was saying to Helen, I've got a son.
Yeah.
And now I'm going to get a daughter.
Yeah.
And got my business started. And by the time I turn 30, I want to make sure that I've got my first sale before my 30th birthday.
Yeah.
That was like a target, and then that was achieved.
Yes.
And so it felt great, like.
Yeah.
So then once you do that, then you see what's the next thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You set wee money goals and then you achieve them, and then wee money goals, and then wee money goals become big goals.
Aye, the goal was one sale. That's what it was.
Yeah.
And just moved on from there.
And how did that make you feel as a family man now, having a son, a daughter, the wife at home, everything? And were you on your own house this time?
2 daughters now.
2 daughters now.
Aye.
Were you on your own house this time?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're living, And how did that make you feel then, thinking, fuck, this is...
Oh, you feel great, like.
I'm going to be working for me.
It feels great to provide for your family.
Yeah.
That's one of the main things I'm all about, like.
Yeah.
So...
Actually, that sense of pride, that sense of... After that sale was like, did you do anything to celebrate, or was it just like, let's get the next sale?
Well, no. I'm sure we did something to celebrate.
Yeah.
Go out for a meal or something like that,
Yeah, so that was a part of your life, and obviously working from your young age on the tools, as I know, out with picks every day of the week.
Yeah.
Digging road crossings and stuff, and you were the same out dry lining, and you come up with this injury, and you had to just make a massive change in your life.
Yeah.
Or where would you be now if you didn't? Where would you be now if you didn't?
I'd be on a site. I'd have a project to do, doing some kind of
maybe managing
taping
something,
and joining, or
maybe not doing on the tools.
Aye, maybe. That didn't happen, so it's well hard to know. You could go any direction.
Yeah, but with the injury, even with the knee, well, we'll talk about the knee now whenever we get into this. But you don't know.
You don't know where you'd end up, but I probably would have still been doing what I was doing.
Yeah,
I would imagine
100%. And that's a big breakthrough. So we're going to go on to 2020. You started in. With me, you contacted me. I was just looking through the messages. Contacted me, and you were like, "Need to get started."
Yeah.
What was the break? What made you? Because I know with clients, some of the amount of content I put out there, somebody normally sees something and they're like, "Oh, that man can do it. I can do it," or something like that. What made you contact me and say, "Look, I need to get started, man"?
Well, I seen everything you were doing.
Yeah.
I seen all the results that your other clients are getting, and I thought that's what I want.
Yeah.
But to back to work again, I was going to Belfast one day, and like this was a 2020. I've been doing it for 4 years now, running this business, and I was driving into Belfast, and I could feel wild heart palpitations.
Yeah.
Driving in the van, and I thought, if this doesn't calm down, this is what's going to take me. You know what I mean? It was really bad. And I mean, telling you at the time, when we had this interview, you know, you interview everybody whenever you start. And I was
we
saying,
did a consultation call. And
those heart palpitations were bugging me. I was thinking, like, this isn't
getting them
normal.
often, or?
Oh, every day.
Yeah, that's right.
Every day I was driving on to Belfast, holding my chest, thinking, what the hell's going on here?
Yeah.
I need to pull this thing. I know it was on the motorway, so I couldn't pull on.
Yeah.
But so I wasn't healthy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I didn't really feel that well bad. I didn't, but the heart was telling me there's something wrong here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's why you got your message from me.
Yeah. And where did it go from there? With the whole journey from you started, the conversation at the very start is very important for me and you. Do you mind that first consultation?
Oh, yeah. Why is it important for you?
Because I like to just break down where you're at, you know, and I like people to have that first conversation. It's like you going for a job interview. In the job interview, you're the interviewer, and I'm looking for the job. You might want me, but in the interview, sometimes the person wanting the job doesn't want the job.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So we have to be the right fit for each other.
Yeah.
So that's why I like the interview so much, because it's the client has to want to work with me, but they have to want to get the results, but I also have to want to work with them. So obviously I knew you a long time and we get on well, and we've coached in the gym before. And it's just a good conversation to have.
Yeah.
It's very important. It sets you up for your ones.
Yeah.
I believe it. I believe that consultation. If you don't have that consultation, the clients don't last.
Yeah. Whenever I came in to get that, I thought, right, if I start on here, I'll do maybe 3 months, 4 months, and I'll stick with the program, and then I'll know what to do then, and then I'll just cut away.
Yeah.
That was my thinking at the time, like.
Yeah.
And no.
Yeah.
I'll probably never stop now, like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And at the time, obviously, all the programs are 6 months. You signed up for 6 months.
Oh, 6 months.
And you were like, 6 months, so that's okay, I'll do 6 months. But in your head, you're like, fuck, I'll get into good shape in 6 months.
Oh, aye.
But whenever the 6 months came, it's like, right, what are you doing now, Ronan? And you're like, I need to keep going. You know what I mean? Because the leadership program kicked in, and you've been doing different things there, and we've done a lot of stuff. The coaching program isn't just about doing bicep curls and back squats.
No.
Like, whenever you come in there, what do you get from it?
You get a good workout, for one, but the people that come on to the program, you're like, there's like a wee family there.
Yeah, community.
And everybody, like, I've got good results from the program, and it wouldn't be without them as well. Like, they push me, I push them, you push us.
Yeah.
It's like a wee close knit
kind of. We're all pushing
each other around, or fighting each other around. No, but
yeah,
that's what I get from it. Good social element to it, because as well as the training.
Like, look at the guys that are training with us. They're all mostly business owners, all working men. So that's what the working men's coaching comes from. These are all working men. Doesn't matter what they do. Everybody's a busy man.
Oh, aye.
Everybody.
Yep.
And to come on here for 3 hours a week and get that higher energy and talk to people, and like, I see you coming on and boys asking you, oh, did you leave them boxes of screws? You know what I mean? And it's a wee network of people, like, you know, and then maybe somebody else comes on saying, oh, you wouldn't hang that door. No, maybe somebody else saying, you wouldn't hang that door for me at the weekend, and we'll get the screws off Ronan and he'll do the fucking dry lining, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Emma will do the tipping, you know what I mean? It's like that.
Yep.
And
it's good.
You know,
definitely.
So you get that social aspect, you get the community, and what's the biggest breakthrough you've seen outside of the results for you within everything you've been doing here?
Breakthrough?
Probably
probably what I get from the breathing exercises.
Yes.
That's probably what.
Yeah.
I never expected it.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean. But I really enjoy doing it. You know.
So that's a different program altogether that we've been. We introduced most of the clients to is the breath work and the meditation, hot and cold therapy. Obviously, if you follow my page, you'll know all that. But all the clients are open to that.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody mostly does the breath work. Ronan gets a lot from it.
Mm-hmm.
You've done it nearly 8 months now.
Aye, probably.
A year.
Yeah, I'd like to be doing it more throughout the week, but
Yeah.
probably once a
But
week.
you get us
anyway,
off.
at least.
Actually, I'm going to tell a funny story. I come up here one day. I was actually meditating myself away
Mm-hmm.
over another side of the gym. I was doing a meditation with a group, and I wasn't leading the meditation. Somebody else was leading the meditation.
Yeah.
I was sitting doing a meditation. I just woke up. I just come out of it, and I was like, "There's somebody in my office." I just had a feeling. I seen a like a dark light, and then people thought on here watching, "What's he talking about?" But you know, whenever you see something. So I felt something, and I was like, "Somebody's in my office." So I come running over. Like, to make sure there was somebody who was all right. I didn't know anybody was I didn't think anyone was breaking anything. I just was like, somebody's there. I need to
It
go.
sounded like somebody was breaking.
But I needed to go, and I needed to go. I just get up. I was like,
Yeah.
halfway through the meditation, I just get up and ran out.
Mm-hmm.
And the woman after, she started asking me, "Where did you go?" And I was like, "I just knew I had to go." But I come running over and I come up the stairs, and I was like, I forgot why you left. So we just come into the office, and next thing, Ronan was sitting in the corner doing the breath work, and I was like, "You all right?" You know, this is the middle of the day.
Good for him.
But this is the cool thing about it. You know, you come over here, you were like, "I'm going to get the van washed,"
Mm-hmm.
and he couldn't do it right away.
No.
So we've a wee car wash here at the gym, and he couldn't wash the van right away. So you're like, "Well, I'll do 20 minutes of breath work." And the funny thing is too, Helen rang you whenever I was getting you the music set on.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, "Oh, I'm just over here getting the van washed and doing some breath." And she's like, "Oh, that's cool." And I was like, "Why is everybody here? Like, are we all mad, or is everybody else mad?"
I don't know. There's something to it, but
But there is. So that was a funny wee.
that was weird that
it all just happened.
you knew somebody was there. Because I was flat out.
Yeah, but-
I was in the middle of it, but then once you set it up, then I went to a different level. Then.
Yeah, because I like everything. You know, I like everything. I like everything set up, nice, running smooth. So like, if you weren't getting a good experience, I would want you to get a better experience.
Uh-huh.
So I just set up the music system, and you done what one was it? Theta waves.
Mm-hmm.
I set that up for you. It was cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because the breath work, there's a bit of setting up, you know, the smells and the saging and, you know, setting it up right for the client. And that's what it's all about, getting a good experience and leaving feeling lighter, free.
Yeah.
Because as a coach, I don't know what you're going through that day.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I have to set the thing up so that whenever the client comes on, they go away feeling a lot better than they come on.
Oh, aye.
So,
Every time.
Yeah, every time.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Training, breath work, hot and cold therapy, everything.
Yeah. Aye, so that's what I think is the best thing that came from it. But there's loads of different things that has been the best.
Yeah.
But that one there just comes to mind first day.
Yeah, the breath work. And that's not even what you signed up for at the start.
No way.
You know.
No, I asked you, what is this breathing about?
Yeah.
What is it? And she says, I've been breathing my whole life. So have you. That's great. What's this man on about? So I needed to.
It's a deeper state
out.
of consciousness. You know what I mean? You get into the subconscious and it is really, it's deep like.
Mm-hmm.
But getting back to the coaching program, I was going to ask you something there too. Yeah, kind of mind. But the breath work is really good. The coaching program, the biggest obviously the results are on the screen here, and I'm going to just flick this on so we can talk about this a wee second. This is Ronan whenever he started in 2020, and we're just going to embarrass him here, but there's nothing to be embarrassed about because you aren't in bad shape. It's just you weren't looking after yourself to the best, and that's a lot of busy men. Whenever you set up a new business, whenever you have a new family, all these things are going on. You can't do everything at the one time.
No.
Things come at the right time.
No, definitely not.
So like...
No, I couldn't have done what I did any sooner.
Yes.
I couldn't have done it any sooner.
It came at the right time. 100%. And the thing about it is, it came at the right time, but you were committed. You came to the right place too. to be committed.
Mm-hmm.
So we went from that to this, which was what? How long?
Just over a year.
Just over a year's
Year
journey.
and a month.
Like that's to get them results in a year. I think is fucking really good. How do you how do you feel about your own results?
I'm over the moon about the results. I'm well sore myself.
Yeah.
I've said that to you before. That there's a wee layer. Like I wanted to be completely shredded.
Yeah.
And I couldn't get there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If I had a wee bit more time, I probably could have done it. But what I learnt from not being able to get there is going to set me up for
the next one.
The next time I do it.
100%.
If you know what I mean.
The thing about it is we have to understand.
I've done well.
Oh man, the thing about it is the results you got. Look at your knee.
Mm-hmm.
Like you have no problem training hard as anybody on here.
No,
you train hard now.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter. There's no exercise that you will not do.
No.
I
still approach everything with a bit of caution, but I'll still do it. Like,
yeah, but you've got the confidence now to push hard within the program and keep pushing hard. And it's not like you're going from like a 60 kilo squat to 120 like within 2 weeks. It's progression, and it's load over. You know what I mean? It's consistency. Like Ronan's one of the guys within the program. With it seems all the guys, you never miss a session.
Yeah,
nobody misses a session.
No,
because it's like shit. If I miss, he's going to be stronger. No, if you miss a week, it's like you're like back at 2-3 weeks.
Yeah, I'm not worried about
the day after the photo shoot you run.
Oh, aye,
like straight on.
Oh,
but some people will be like, "Oh, I done my photo shoot. I'm going to take a week off." But then that's the problem.
Mm-hmm.
Then the week turns into 2, turns into a month.
The photo shoot,
motivated.
Like there's pictures there. I've got a few pictures. It's not really what I was interested in.
Yes.
You asked me what's your next goal, and I says, I've sorted out the knee.
Yeah.
You were talking about.
That's right.
This man can go on holidays and he was walking all day, which never happened before.
Yes.
And that was me achieving all my goals at the start.
Yes.
This is the second one.
At the 6-month review, Ronan went on holidays. Where did you? Manchester, Edinburgh.
Over to Helen's sister's house.
I mean it. And I was like, it was a 6 month. I knew the 6 months was coming up, or it was maybe the 7th month or something. And I was like, what? Like, we were doing a call. We were doing a Zoom call.
Mm-hmm.
And I was sending you in the Zoom call, like, what's the goals that you came here for?
Yeah.
Like, have you achieved any? What are we were doing like a 30-day plan or something. I can't remember exactly.
Yeah.
We're doing a 30-day plan. And my question to you, all the clients, were, have you achieved the goals you came here for? And what's your next goal? And you were like, I've achieved everything. And I was like, you've achieved everything? And I was like, what? That can't be right. That can't be right. Because normally we always want more. But you did tell me, like, yeah, you went to Edinburgh and you walked all day and there was no pain in the knee. Mm-hmm. And that was a breakthrough for you.
Oh, fact, because usually I'd be whinging and going on to hell. Hey, my knee's too sore. I can't go any further. We were walking all night.
Yeah.
Big numbers in the step. Whenever your phone tracks your steps, like it was. And then I said to Helen, this isn't normal.
Aye.
It must be working.
Yeah.
So, and heart palpitations were gone. I was feeling good.
Yeah.
And you asked me what how you getting on? And I said, well, I've got nothing else that I needed to do. So this was the only thing I could think of doing next.
The next question was, what do we do now?
Mm-hmm.
And then you were like, I don't know, I just want to keep doing what I'm doing, because you didn't want to give up, because then you knew you go back.
Oh, aye.
So you were like, I want to keep doing what I'm doing, but I says, right, that's okay, but as a coach, I need, let's take
a goal.
Let's go to the next. What is the next step? You were like, right, let's do a photo shoot. I was like, let's go. And I think we give ourselves another 4 months, was it?
Aye,
4 months or so.
Mm-hmm.
And we done the photo shoot, but as you say, the results isn't the actual photo shoot. Yes, the results are really good. Photo shoot was deadly. I actually really enjoyed the photo shoot.
Mm-hmm.
I really enjoyed all these here, setting this forklift up and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was really fun, like setting it all up. Like setting all the tools up. This is obviously a wee pitch here. This is Titanfix's tools, supplies, and what all these sell, Ronan?
that kind of stuff.
So any dry lining, building type of materials,
Aye.
boards, all that type of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. and high-vis vests and boots if you need them.
Aye, boots, we sell them boots, sell them lights.
So, yeah, that's what you pitch. But that's the kind of, like, setting this all up and doing this with working men is fucking exciting for me. It's like different from, well, I don't know anybody else that does it really, and it's different. And this is my background. Construction is my background for many years. I know coaching is now, but that was the bread and butter for many years, and it was exciting. And as you say, the results, like you said about, most people start here for a diet plan. The question is, what's my diet plan? You know what I mean?
That's sort of what I wanted too.
Yeah.
That's what I thought I needed.
That's what you thought.
Eat right.
Yeah.
You do need to eat right, but you need to.
But the diet plan isn't the answer.
No, not really.
It's
the whole thing.
The diet plan sort of goes away whenever you get to education, with the Zoom calls and the check-ins and everything we do. You know, the diet plan's the last thing.
Going through this here, there was a lot of lessons on it.
Yeah.
Of what your body needs.
Yeah.
And for a long time, and I'm sure a lot of people are like this, where they're eating stuff and they think that they're eating well, but it's not really what you're supposed to be eating. Like,
it's not
and
serving
your
them.
body will tell you, you know, if you go through something like that, what you need.
Yeah.
Because I've moved on forward now into the new year, and I sort of know what I have to do. Like,
yeah, you've learned from that, took the lessons, like a lesson's only a lesson if you learn from it and moving on and keep pushing forward with that. But if you keep going back to the old paradigms of the way you were doing it before, it's not really a lesson, is it?
No, you can't go back.
Yeah.
Back there was shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Why would you want to go back? You're driving up to Belfast with the heart beating out of your chest.
Aye.
At least you can get whatever was stressing me out or whatever was doing that to me is now gone. I'm happy with it.
Yeah,
you know
and you don't even know what part of this got rid of that, but you know it was part of this.
It was the whole thing.
It was the nutrition, the training, the social, the meeting new people, the getting the results, the feeling better, the looking well in your clothes, you know, the confidence, everything.
Yeah.
Making more sales. Talk about the business. Has the business done better from you started?
Well, you get more structure.
Yeah.
And the new employee came after I joined.
Yeah.
So, and he's a big help, like.
And I sort of put that seed in your head too, like.
Aye, you did, aye.
You know.
So the business is good, and it was always to be pushed.
Yeah.
Either working out or not.
Yeah.
You know, it's always meant to be pushed.
But it's better now that you're getting the results within yourself.
Aye, if you're healthy and you feel good and your mind's right, and you know you're going to do well.
Yeah.
Business, like, or whatever it is you're trying to achieve, you're going to do well because you're feeling good.
Yeah.
And you've got energy.
You want it more.
Oh, before
you always wanted it.
Struggling to get out of bed and stuff, and that's not going to get you results in anything.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Yeah. So out of 10, where would you put yourself now in, you know, that field of happiness, confidence, compared to where you were before you started?
Oh, it's close to 10, like.
Where were you before you started?
I'm still happy, you know, but you always had those worries, like those health worries, which was making you think, fuck, am I going to be about?
Yeah.
For my family, you know, am I going to, like, is these things going to take me out? This heart going through my chest?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it is a big worry, like.
Yeah.
And you have to take action against them things. And that's what I done. So, but back then I was happy.
Yeah.
Really happy. But I had a problem that I needed to address.
Yes.
And I did address it. So I'm closer to the 10. Back then, 7, say.
Yeah. Yeah. And again, you know, for following your life now, for fulfillment, you went to the 2 leadership programs. Mm-hmm. So obviously I do a leadership program too. That's part of the whole thing, because you want these guys to grow. I want to grow. I want them to grow. I want their businesses to grow. I want everything to get, everyone to feel happier, feel better. So I started a leadership program, which is another one on the 5th and 6th of March. So if you're looking to go, it's a 2-day one. Hopefully you go too, because it's going to be really good. It's a 2-day event. We done a experience about time, listening experience.
Yeah.
We done a lot of talking, a lot of conversation. Can you explain in a few words what you got out of that leadership program?
You get what I got from it anyway was before I went to it, I didn't realize that a lot of the way you're thinking is holding you back. And whenever you're made aware of those things, you see it in your day to day and you can address it. You know what I mean? The listening one too was, you can have more, more meaningful conversations with people that know it's important to listen instead of just talking over the top of somebody. Well, I never really talk over the top of somebody, but if it's going on, if it's not going on one ear and out the other, you have to listen. And and then that another part of it was the breathing. The breathing was the introduction for me that day.
Oh, you never done the breathing that day?
No.
That was the very first day of the breath?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought we were doing it before that.
No, that was my first day breathing, and a long way. Who else was there? Emmett was there.
There's a lot of guys.
The boys was training. That was their first day.
Yeah.
So I had no idea what this breathing was going to be. You were saying, "I'll be breathing at this thing."
Oh, because I was doing the breathing.
Breathing now. Breathing everywhere.
I know. Because I was doing the breathing, you were asking me questions about it, and like, obviously, whenever you start the breathing, boys will ask you questions. Think, "Oh, you're fucking mad." You know what I mean? But they don't understand it. But if you want to understand it, come to the leadership program.
Yeah.
But as you say, the listening experience is a big one. Oh, the time one. I mean, the time. You get a massive. You like the time one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You're always saying that you don't have time, but you do. You know what I mean?
I know.
It's mad. You just have to sit back and think more about what you're doing.
What really it does in the leadership program, what we done is give you realization to what's really going on in your head.
Yeah.
Like, I know people all my life. Like, you'll know people, and you could name a name now that you know that somebody is always busy, flat out. But if you look at them, they would stand and maybe talk to you for half an hour. Mm-hmm. They're not that flat out, are they? Am I right or wrong?
Well, they maybe took a wee half-hour break, but they're us boys like that.
But no, but like, we're all like that. It's not just that person we're thinking.
And
of.
I was like that.
Yeah, and
that's
I was
probably what was giving me my problems too, is being too flat out all the time.
Flat out in your head.
Oh, aye. What I do, you have to be like.
Yeah.
You could have meetings with boys in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
So you're always stuff going on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You're juggling stuff all the time.
Aye. Stuff that you're never used to either. Like, I was never used to all this crack.
Yeah.
And then, you're dealing with people on the other side of the world.
Yeah.
You have to talk to them at their time.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. And so you get I remember in the room, we spent 10 hours in that room.
Yeah.
We spent 10 hours in the room with 15 other men. Mm-hmm. And we all left like we knew each other's story.
Yeah.
We all left like we left with a part of each other and felt good about each other. Yeah. And felt good that we all left knowing we can take a wee small step further in different parts of our life.
Aye. And you learn too about there's things that go on a day to day that you've no control over, but the things that you do have control over,
you can
dial into them more. Dial into them. Focus your energy on them. Don't focus your energy on something that's pissing you off or that you can't control, because what's the point?
Yeah. 100%.
Move on to the next thing that you can control and your day will go good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Relax a wee bit.
Yeah. More. Take a breath.
Mm-hmm. And breathe.
Yeah, it's all about the breath. It is all about the breath. Do you see yourself during the day like breathing more? Like,
aye.
Like understanding the breath more? Because I know I do.
Oh, aye. It'll calm you down. And
and then, see, taking that breath, it lets you listen better. Mm-hmm. And then it lets you manage your time better. So the actual leadership program, everything is linked to each other.
Oh, aye.
Calmness.
Aye, it's just...
And then, obviously, what you're breathing, your manifestation, you're manifesting stuff in your head that you want to do tomorrow, the next day, a month's time, whatever it is, financial figures, sales, whatever that is, holdies.
Oh,
What's the biggest?
The 5 second
5 second rule, yeah. You still use that?
Aye.
This is weird. This
5
is so
second rule.
strange.
Used that this morning.
Oh, no way. Because I was going to do an actual post on it today. I was going to write up. I was like, I'm going to write up tonight who still uses the 5 second rule to see if anybody. I'm actually going to do it anyway. Because nobody gets us to Friday anyway. This isn't out to Friday.
Yeah.
So if you see that post and you haven't commented, because we've done that with a good 40 people. So
it's good for getting up out of bed.
It's good for it's good for whenever you're stuck. Like you're stuck and you're like, do you do to-do lists too? Aye, so if you're stuck and you know you've a to-do list and you just say, right, 5, what's the first thing on the list? There's 4 things, right? Let's do that. That's good. I find it good for that.
Aye.
And getting up out of bed, yeah.
Aye, it's like,
yeah,
you just have to look it up and
and no, you don't go to the leadership program.
Oh,
don't look it up. Just cheating.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you'll get more than just the 5 second rule. But the 5 second rule is really good. I actually cut it down to 3 seconds sometimes.
Aye.
Because 5 seconds is too long. Because you know you're going to get up anyway. You know you're going to do it anyway.
Yeah.
As soon as you start it,
that means you're beating the 5 second rule.
I know. You're better than the 5 second rule.
Aye.
Yeah. Well, it's funny, but that's all stuff that obviously if you didn't start that day, if you didn't get in palpitations, if you didn't have that knee problem, we wouldn't be here talking today.
No.
And I'm grateful for you being here. I'm grateful to have you as a client. And like, I have to ask this question too, because I have to put you in the spot. What's next?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Keep going. What's next in training?
Yeah, what's next for you? Like, and anything, what's next? Like, what about the leadership program? You'll go to that?
Aye, I'll go to that, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I think we'll get something there.
Aye.
I think we'll find something there because we're doing a wee bit more of a planning this time. And it's a 2-day event, you see. So, and then I'm for New York. If you're watching also and you're in the States or you want to go to the States, I'm for New York. We're for New York, me and Gabrielle and the team, the Vibe Tribe team, which is a female, more or less the male program's called the Leadership Program. The female one's called the Vibe Tribe. And she leads a massive group of females. And we're just really trying to grow the leadership program. Men aren't as quick to jump on things as the females. Females are a lot more open.
Yeah.
And it's cool to watch. And it's cool to work with them because they are a lot more open. And why do you think they're making so many big changes in the world? The females at the minute. So, and us men, I want to help men. That's my goal. I want to help men achieve, like men like yourself, achieve. And that gives me somewhere to go with and somewhere to put my energy and feel like this is what I'm here for. Like the Valhalla and the gym and the online coaching and the leadership program is going to be. So we're going to 5th and 6th of March and we're going to New York in the 29th April. Don't quote me on that, it'll be on socials. But it is around that time, so it's the end of April. And for 2 weeks, and there's a meal program in New York, and I'm excited for that. You're not going to New York, obviously. No. Well, you never know.
I want to go out. I've got suppliers out in America, and I've been dealing with them for a long time now, so I need to get out.
So that could be a good one for you and Helen to go to the female and the male one.
Aye.
I'm telling you now, that could be a thing.
But they're in Wisconsin.
Well, that's all right.
So it's a brave drive from there.
How far is that? Don't know.
It's a couple of hours on a plane, is it?
Should get a flight over.
Aye.
You could.
Aye, I need to get out there. So
yeah.
And before the whole lockdown thing, I was meant to go to trade shows and do all that, and next thing the whole world just closed up.
Yeah, the world
and you couldn't really get doing anything. So
the world closed, but we didn't stop.
No,
the world closed, but we had to stand up for ourselves. You know, you have to get on with it. You have to get on with it. You can't lie down to it. And that's a big thing that I see that helped me through it. Is the clients help me through it as well, because it's a fucking lonely place sometimes whenever you run your own business, as you know.
Yeah,
like you can be fucking very fed up at times. You're like, what's the point? You can't go nowhere. But there's a bigger point. There's a bigger picture.
Yeah.
So, guys, that's Ronan O'Hara, Titanfix on the screen, and man, well done. Like
Thank you.
You've done the work. Like I can only help and coach and guide, but like that's, and guys, if you follow Ronan's journey, if you watch this here and you follow his journey, and type in the comments, and if you know anybody that is interested on this type of listening to real men, and you know somebody that's struggling, that needs to maybe get started in their own program, get started in their own coaching, feel better about themselves. The reason you start is you want to feel good, and you
will feel good if you
get started.
If you get started, and put on the work.
That's what it's all about, and it doesn't have to be online coaching. It could be you get started in the breathwork. Anything to get that first step, to install that confidence in you.
Yeah,
and that's what I believe. If you get started in any of these things that we do, the leadership, the hot and cold, the breath work, like it's getting you started. Like we've changed lives with the breath work every week, like, and people get a lot from it.
And we never mentioned the ice.
I know the ice. I
the
think
ice is unreal too.
Yeah. What's your biggest breakthrough with the ice? Whatever you do.
I just think it's great.
The
cold
really
gets right onto your bones, and that's where I want the healing to happen.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
It's weird. You get into the ice cold water and you think that's mad, but it's like, as Ronan says, it's healing.
Aye.
It's like healing.
Aye. And Noah talked me through it. You know, I remember being on the ice and saying to him, right, I don't know, I think I need to get out here. And he goes, well, you're going through a wee
stage,
a wee tiny struggle.
Yeah. Can
you get past that struggle? Or how far can you push that? And I was like, I can push this on. So that's why I was able to get up over 5 minutes, and I think I might have done 10 or 12 at a time.
You done 10 minutes with me a couple of times.
Aye.
Yeah, definitely done over 10 with me a couple of times. And maybe the next time is a 20-minute one.
I don't know. That's tough, but it's definitely
worth it.
Aye, it gets rid of all them aches and pains, and it's brilliant. Like,
and you're letting something go there too. During the breath work, you're letting go of stuff. You're letting go of the bullshit. You're letting go of whatever is going on in your head.
And all our wives and everything are doing it.
I know. Aye, that's right. You were taking a good wee group down. Yeah.
Yep.
And they get a lot from it. Yeah. And you've done the night out here in Valhalla too. The hot and cold, and the hot tub and all.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah, good 4 or 5 hours session. So yeah, that's another thing we do too. I need to write a list of stuff of what we do. So whenever you join Working Men's Coaches and Focus Gym, Valhalla, Breathwork, trust me now, it's an experience, to say the least, and I'm just glad to be a part of that experience with the likes of guys like Ronan and the rest of my clients. And if you're watching this, maybe you're next for the ice bath.
Take the plunge.
Yeah, guys, thanks again to Ronan, and if you're watching this, please subscribe to your channel, because I want to be able to go live very soon on this channel, and we need more subscribers. So if you can subscribe and like this post, share it with your friends, go on, copy that and share it with your friends through WhatsApp, Facebook, whatever, and get this story out there. Thanks again, guys. Thanks again, Ronan.
Good job.
Good working with you, boss.
Thank you.